Welcome to the Total Health Podcast, where we embrace the art of holistic wellness and midlife transformation. I'm your host, Charisse Marie, here to guide you through this enriching journey towards overall well-being. Remember, your journey towards total health is uniquely yours. Together, let's cultivate wellness, one episode at a time. Hello. I am here with my dear friend Rico, and he is going to talk to you about how to be bold and never be old. How you too can look and feel so much younger in a very, very short period of time. And I am really glad that you are here. Rico, if you wanted to take it away, I will let you do your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. All right. So you may be wondering, what health has to do with wealth, because this whole summit is more about creating wealth. And so how is wealth connected to your health? Well, two very important ways. First of all, in order to build a lot of wealth, financial security, it takes a lot of energy and good health, doesn't it? In order to be successful in any aspect of your life, it takes a lot of energy. So the healthier and the more energetic you are, the more chance that you'll be able to build that wealth that you want in your life. And then the second part is, if you are successful, financially successful in your life, but you end up dying, getting old and sick and dying way too young, like most people are in America, that's what we're going to talk about today, then you're not going to be able to live long enough to really enjoy the fruits of your labor. So it doesn't make sense to work really hard and become really successful materially and financially, and then lose your health and die too young. That doesn't make sense, does it? Unfortunately, so many people, they spend their health building their wealth, and then they have to try and spend their wealth to build their health. That's not a good plan. Okay, so I'm going to start off by also asking you, would you like to live to be 125? So when I ask this in front of a live audience, a lot of people don't raise their hand because I think most people do not have a really a positive image of what it would be to be 125. But then I ask, but if you could stay healthy and energetic to 125, wouldn't you want to? And everybody raised their hand, yes. Okay, so we know that everybody really wants to live a long and healthy, energetic life. But you know what? In my opinion, the biggest challenge that we are all facing as humanity is becoming old and sick and dying way too young. The reason I asked you if you wanted to live to be 125 is because science now tells us that our genetic potential is to stay healthy to at least 125. So that means our lifespan could be 125, but yet our life expectancy in America is only about 76. It's actually come down in the last decade.
Today, I've got something truly extraordinary to share. Something that could help you unlock your mind's full potential and transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Let me introduce you to brainworkaudio.com, the ultimate tool to help you listen, transform, and thrive. Whether you're aiming to enhance your focus, improve your sleep, or cultivate a sense of calm, Brainwork Audio is your partner on that journey. Their mission is simple but powerful: to empower individuals like you to achieve personal growth and well-being through the transformative power of sound. Here's what makes them stand out. Every audio track at Brainwork Audio is crafted by experts in sound engineering. They blend binaural beats, scientifically designed sound frequencies that sync with your brainwaves, with powerful affirmations that reinforce positivity and success, helping you reshape your mindset from within. Drifting off to sleep with their While You Sleep music, designed to lull you into a deep, restorative rest. Or powering through your day with their Focus music that sharpens your concentration and keeps distractions at bay. And when it's time to recharge, their meditation music creates the perfect environment for mindfulness and inner peace. But Brainwork Audio doesn't stop there. They also offer specially designed affirmation tracks, audio experiences that work in the background while you relax or work, subtly reinforcing positivity and confidence. It's personal development, effortlessly woven into your daily life. I've got a special deal just for you. Use promo code SUPERFAN at checkout to save 20% on your first purchase. That's right, 20% off your first step toward a more confident, focused, and peaceful life. So why wait? Head over to brainworkaudio.com today and discover the transformative power of sound. From sleep to focus to mindfulness, they've got the perfect track for every part of your day. Your journey to turn into a better you starts here. Visit brainworkaudio.com and use the code SUPERFAN because you deserve to thrive. Brainwork Audio, listen, transform, thrive.
So that means most people are missing out on 30, 40, even 50 years of good living. And so that's what my Ageless Living Lifestyle is all about, is how to learn how you don't have to get old and sick and die way too young. But you got to be bold. You got to take some bold steps. You got to get yourself out there. Okay, so now the reason I say that you don't have to be old, most people, we hear so much about anti-aging, right? There's so many different things, products and all different programs about anti-aging, but I actually think it's the wrong terminology, because actually we can't stop aging. Aging is a natural process. It means to be fully mature, to reach your full potential, like fine aged wine. And of course, I mean, one year you're 40, then you're 41, then you're 42. But old's another story. You see, the definition of old, as you can see on the screen here, is worn out, used up, unexcited about your life, unable to care for yourself. And guess what? Becoming old is just a state of your mind and a state of your body. And those are both primarily choices, how you care for your mind and how you care for your body. So in my business here at Ageless Living Lifestyle, we teach anti-growing old strategies. And our saying is, we have to age, but you don't have to become old in the process. And you'll see why. I'll show you why I can actually say that I can promise you that you never have to be old. We can never know exactly how long someone's going to live, but the important thing is not really your lifespan, but it's your health span. In other words, when you're alive, how long can you stay healthy and energetic and productive? That's the most important thing. So it's really about creating a good, healthy, long life health span. All right. So a true measure of our age really is how good is your posture, how flexible are you, how mobile, how well can you move, how much energy you have. I have a slide here. On the slide it says energy tips. So I think this slide came from an energy workshop. But let me give you a really great energy tip right now. So many people have the excuse for not exercising as I just end up being too tired, especially if they are working all day and then they come home and instead of exercising, they just feel tired and they just sit on the couch and watch TV. So here's the thing. Unless you're a construction worker where you're out working hard all day, when you get off work, you're not tired. I mean, you are tired. Your muscles are tired. But if you're sitting in front of a computer in an office all day, your body is not tired, but you're using your brain, and your brain uses a lot of blood sugar for energy. And just from the natural metabolism of sugar, you get a buildup of lactic acid in your body. But if you're not moving and breathing a lot throughout your day, you're not getting rid of that lactic acid. So at the end of your day in an office, you come home, yeah, you feel tired, but you're not really physically tired. You're more mentally tired. So all you have to do is get up and go out just even 20 minutes, go for a walk, go for a swim, ride a bike, do something aerobically, and you'll just blow out all that lactic acid and you'll revive yourself and you'll feel good and you'll be able to enjoy your evening. So give that a try. I know it's going to work for you. So I got ahead of myself. So here it is, though. Aging is natural, growing old is not. That's another one of our sayings. So now the reason I say that you never have to be old, here's some good reasons. First of all, well, we already said the number one reason is because science has now told us that our genetic potential is to stay healthy to 125. And then you may have heard of the areas called the blue zones. These are communities all around the world, different places. Granted, they primarily are in more rural areas on islands or on mountaintops and all this, where the majority of the community does stay healthy and they live to at least 100 years or more. They're spread out all throughout the world, in the mountains in Russia and in South America and on the island of Okinawa. And there's actually in Yorba Linda, California. And Yorba Linda, California is also a blue zone, which is just in Orange County, north of where I live in San Diego. And that has been declared a blue zone because the majority of people do live to be 100. And I always forget what their religion is, but there's some religions, I don't know, 7-day Adventists or something. So they live a real healthy lifestyle. They don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't take any drugs. They eat healthy and they do exercise and they have a real strong community. So those are some of the factors that will help you to live a lot longer. So that's why I can actually say that you never have to be old. Okay, well, this is a slide that we've already talked about again, that our life expectancy in it between our lifespan. But I have something that's a little funny here. Women, well, this is an older slide. This slide presentation was a few years old. So it showed here that women average life expectancy is 80, men is 77. So I like to ask my audience, what's the difference? Well, only thing I can think of is men. I mean, women are just a little smarter than we men. They seem to take better care of themselves. So here's some stunning facts. The WHO, which stands for the World Health Organization, only ranks the United States 27th in overall quality of health. 27th. And the United States is not even in the top 10 or 20 for longevity or happiness. 2/3 of Americans are overweight and are dealing with chronic illnesses. I think it's something like 75% of Americans over 40 are taking at least like 4 prescription drugs. And guess what? There's been many studies that have shown this and even more, that the third leading cause of death in America is being in a hospital, getting overdoses or getting the wrong diagnosis or mostly catching infections in the hospital and from all the different drugs and surgeries and things that they offer you there. So really, what is the root cause? Why are we not very healthy and why are we not living very long? Well, science also now has told us that how healthy we're going to be and how long we're going to live is primarily due to your lifestyle. Our genes play a very small role, maybe 10%, maybe 15%. So it's really all about lifestyle. And so when I learned this way back in the late 90s, so that's when I decided I better develop an ageless living lifestyle. So here's a couple of lifestyles. The old guy there sitting there watching TV with some beer, and the lady here just lounging back and taking it easy, although she looks in pretty good shape, actually. But that's not the lifestyles we're talking about. So again, I think this is important just to know, the 4 most important things in our life is our health. I think that's number 1. Building great relationships, building a good financial stability, our business, and then your life purpose and making a difference. That makes like a little pyramid for the most important things in our life, and we put health at the very top because again, our health is our most important asset. if you're not healthy, if you're not feeling well, life it's nothing matters. Nothing is really good if you don't feel good, if you don't have good physical health and you have lots of energy. So that's the thing I just want to make people, I try to stress to people that we need to make our health our number one priority, because everything else in our life that's important to us, or that we want to enjoy, or that we want to achieve, depends on our health and our energy level. So that's the foundation for everything else in your life. So again, I got ahead of my slide here. So good health and high energy are the foundation for being highly successful in every aspect of your life and being able to truly enjoy your life all of your life. And so we're talking about, why is this happening? Because we have such a unhealthy lifestyle. People are just so rushed. We got into this thing of being so rushed and having to accomplish so much. And new technology is part to blame for that. It's just not that we don't want to keep having new and advanced technology, and they certainly help us and have a lot of good purpose, but we just always go to extremes. So just because that we're able to accomplish so much more, that doesn't mean we always have to. But see, that's what happened. People think that they just got to keep working harder. We got to accomplish this. We got to get this done. We got to do this, and we now know too that stress is the number one precursor to whatever chronic illnesses that we have. So our mental emotional, what manifests in our mental emotional state then manifests in our physical body. So if you're constantly stressed and feeling rushed and feeling you haven't got enough time, and then if you have any kind of negativity, if you're complaining or you're worried or you're in fear, all these things are the biggest factor that's creating poor health in your life. And then, of course, all the other factors that are creating this poor health is not many people are exercising properly on a regular basis. So that's why I teach my clients, you have to learn really what movement and exercise is going to work for you and that you're going to enjoy, and that's going to it's going to help you to achieve your goals and needs. And everybody's different. So we have to determine what works best for an individual. Same thing with diet and nutrition. Most people are not eating really a healthy diet. Our fast food, junk food, highly processed food system, it does not promote good health, and that's one of the biggest factors at all. So once again, we'll talk about that in just a minute. So that's a big important. And then the other thing is, we don't really have a healthcare system. What we have is a sick care system. Our so-called healthcare system tries to take care of you when you're already sick, and they don't do a very good job of that as well. Now, don't get me wrong. When you have an acute situation, you get into an accident, our modern medical system is amazing. It can put you back together and save your life. And they're good for diagnostic. But for most chronic illnesses that people have, not only are the effective, mostly not very effective, but they're downright dangerous. All the side effects from all the drugs and surgeries. So what is a real wellness healthcare system? Well, my definition of real wellness is about balance. It's about having a feeling of well-being in mind, body, and spirit. It's having a fit, energetic body, mind, free of disease, while enjoying a high level of emotional and social well-being. And real wellness also includes the health of our planet and all of our inhabitants. So that's an important thing to realize. If we really want to be well, we got to have a healthy, clean planet. We got to take care of our environment, externally and internally. We got to take care of our internal environment and our external environment. Okay. Well, this is kind of repetitive here. So why is wellness so important? good health and lots of energy are the foundation for everything you want to accomplish and enjoy in your life. We've already talked about that. And it's also so important because, as you know, these days, we as humanity are facing some major challenges. So that's one of the reasons why I tell people that it's so important to take care of your health and to try and live as long as you possibly can, because, as we age, we gain knowledge and we gain wisdom, at least hopefully. But unfortunately, so many people, as we've already mentioned, are becoming old and sick way too young and are dying in their 70s, and their health's not even very good, maybe in their 50s or 60s. And so that means is that we're missing out on these people's all their wisdom and knowledge because they're not healthy, and secondly because they die too young. So we need you to get healthy and stay around longer so you can offer your solutions to some of these major challenges we're having. And number two is we need more people to be role models and mentors for younger people. I think we're sorely lacking in that. That's why we end up with such a youth culture, and people already in their 50s, 60s, 70s get pushed aside. Where in other societies, indigenous societies, the older you are, the more you're respected. Elders are respected and they're listened to, and they use their wisdom and knowledge. So that's what we need to get back to. So we need more people to stay healthy so you can do that. I hope that makes sense to you. So here's just a slide of some of the major challenges we talked about: poor health, overpopulation, water and food shortages, worldwide pollution, disappearing rainforests, global warming, climate change is called now, economic crisis, dysfunctional governments, still having wars, and the biggest one of all is complacency. So I just had to get that out there, you guys. We have all these challenges, but we got to step up. Everybody has to step up and contribute and make a difference. Now, in case you don't know, we didn't have an introduction here. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Rico Caveglia. Well, you can see this slide is actually 10 years old. I'm actually 82, and my fitness age is 35. So my story is I've had the good fortune to be a personal trainer and health coach here in San Diego for the past 42 years. And in that time, working with clients and studying what the body requires to be healthy, I developed what I call the Ageless Living Lifestyle. And how I came to do that was shortly after I became a personal trainer, and I was really enjoying it and really, learning about fitness and nutrition and health and energy and all that, and helping other people do the same. I said, well, yeah, this is a great profession because you're changing people's lives and you're also learning and doing it for yourself. But then my father died a few years after that of lung cancer. And my father was really a healthy person, but he smoked cigarettes since he was 11 years old. He was a poor street kid, I think, up in Chicago. And so it finally caught up with him, and he died really way too young. But back in those days, they didn't realize how bad smoking was for you. And so what I realized was today still so many people do not realize that why they're having all these chronic illnesses and dying way too young is that it's their lifestyle. So I didn't want that to happen to me or to my clients. So that's why I developed this Ageless Living Lifestyle that I've been developing and teaching and living for the last over 30 years, I guess. And so again, what I want you to know is the good news is if it's lifestyle, you can change your lifestyle. You can improve your lifestyle. Now, I'm not telling you have to do a drastic lifestyle change, but we definitely can improve it. And I'm going to show you some basic, simple things are all the essentials of what you can do here to begin to change and improve your lifestyle so you can live a longer, healthier, energetic, and more productive life. All right. Now, I know this is a big challenge. I just mentioned some of the big challenges we have. But again, the biggest challenge is to not become old and sick and dying way too young. I think that's the biggest challenge that we all have. But big challenges offer big successes and big rewards. Success is about taking responsibility for your life and overcoming major challenges. It's not the particular challenge that's important. It's what you learn in the process of overcoming any challenge. And, whatever you fear, whatever is your big challenge is, it's a blessing. Our challenges are really our blessings, because when we step up and move into our fear and overcome our challenges, we just elevate our life to the next level, and it just takes you up both mentally, physically, and spiritually. So our challenges, what seem bad at first, are really our blessings. I want to tell you about my challenge real quickly. My biggest challenge was I grew up stuttering. I stuttered pretty badly as a young boy. And as I got older, and got out of school and things, I didn't stutter nearly as much, but I still stuttered. So I was still a stutterer, right? And so when I wrote my first book, Ageless Living, in 1999, all the marketing people and the media people, they said, well, Rico, this is great. You're the model for this. You got to get out and speak and let people know about your lifestyle. And as you can imagine, the last thing that you think you'll ever be when you stutter is a public speaker, right? So I just said, what? Are you kidding me? Me speak? There's no way I can do that. I just totally said, no, I can't do that. But then after a little while, I realized here I'm working with my clients and they have their challenges, and I'm encouraging them to step up and they can meet their challenge. They can do it. And then I realized I wasn't meeting my big challenge. So I just forced myself to take some speaking classes and start to get out there. And it was tough. It was really hard, but I just kept working on it. And now, I don't claim to be a great speaker, but I can speak, and I love to go out and speak, especially in live or like we are today, virtually. I'd love to get this message out to people. So it became a real blessing for me that I was able to overcome that and be a speaker. And so, again, it doesn't matter, whatever your challenge is, there's a reason why you have that challenge. And when you step into it and overcome it, lots of things open up for you. And it has for me. I have a podcast called Fearless Aging. If you listen to podcasts, we're on all the major podcast platforms. It's called Fearless Aging, where we've done 260 interviews. I've interviewed top mind, body, and spiritual wellness practitioners and doctors and researchers and scientists of all different topics. So you'll find something there that you'll really enjoy. And now we have a Fearless Aging TV show, which is streamed on the majority of the major streaming platforms like Hulu and Roku and Amazon Fire and all those. And it's also on e360tv.com. So our TV show is called Fearless Aging. So check that out as well. So I like to say too that you can make your second half of your life better than your first, because remember, we're getting a lot of knowledge and wisdom, so we learn how to live better. So I want to let you know you can look and feel your best all of your life. You just got to step up and do it. So here's what we're going to go over here. We've still got about over 20 minutes here. So good. So I know everybody's so busy, and that's the biggest excuse for not taking better care of your health and for not exercising regularly and doing the things that you know that you should be doing. Because the biggest one is I'm too busy. I got so much stuff going on. Yes, everybody's busy, but don't forget, everybody has the same 24 hours. And I'll tell you, I assure you that some of the most successful and busy people, CEOs, are taking time to work on their health and to eat healthy and to exercise. because I've coached many of them, so I know this is true, because they realize it's going to make them more productive, and it's going to make them feel better, and it's going to make them live longer. So not having time is not an excuse. You can always work it out, and that's why it's good. When you coach with me, when I coach with you, we'll find a way, no matter what your schedule, and we'll see what's going on with you, and we'll put together a program that takes some small steps if need be, and there's always a way to do it. And you can just begin. You just got to begin, and we'll get it set up for you that's going to work for you, and it will get progressively easier and easier to incorporate into your busy schedule. Okay, so the whole point of that is that we know that everybody's busy, and sometimes it's difficult, and maybe you tried things in the past and haven't been able to stick with it. A lot of different reasons for that. You maybe weren't doing the right stuff for you, or you just didn't get the results that you needed quick enough. So all those things can be taken care of. Okay, so what I came up with was I got to get my whole Ageless Living Lifestyle system down to the real essentials, and make it just as easy and as clear and easy to implement into your busy schedule as possible. So it's all about mastering the 7 essentials of ageless living, of just living. So we have to use our mind, right? We have to think. We have all these beliefs. Then we have to breathe oxygen. We have to drink water. We have to eat food. We have to eliminate the waste products. We have to move our body, and we have to get rest and relaxation. And there's one more big one I'll talk about after we finish this, which is really the 8th one. It's the best one of all. Okay, so here's the thing. You're already doing all these things. You're already using your brain. You're thinking. You're having beliefs. You are breathing. You're drinking. You're eating. You're eliminating. You're moving, and you're resting. But here's the thing. We were never taught how to master these 7 essentials. You were never taught how to do them to the best of your ability that will serve you much better. So that's what I came down to. So my whole Ageless Living Lifestyle system is showing you how just take a little bit more time and add the ways that you're doing all these things, and it's going to make a huge difference. And that's how you can actually transform your life without making it real difficult or taking a whole lot of time. I hope that makes sense to you. So we have actually 3 strategies. We have the clear strategy. It's the mental emotional part. It's about choosing to take the responsibility for my body, my health, and my life. It's about loving yourself more. It's about having strong emotions and passionate about focus on get the permanent results that you desire and that you deserve. And it's about taking consistent actions. That's what's going to make you reach your goals. And realizing what's truly important in your life, which we've already gone through, is first of all is to create good health and live long. So let's talk about your beliefs real quick. This is a really important one, because your beliefs, your thoughts, your words, your feelings are what's creating your reality. This has been well known from wise people, from all different spiritual and success teachers for a really long time. What you believe and what you think, and the words you say and how you're feeling about your life, that's what's creating your life. So in other words, if you say you're listening to me now, you say, yes, I want to stay healthy and get healthier, and I want to have more energy, and I want to live longer. Okay, but if you don't believe that you can do that, it's not going to happen. Henry Ford's famous saying, whether you believe you can or can't do something, you're right. So you have to change your belief systems. See, if you buy into the mainstream normal narrative these days that's just the way it is, we're all going to get old and sick and maybe end up in a nursing home and die around 75 or 80. Well, if you buy into that, that's what you're going to create. So you got to change your belief, your thoughts. You got to believe that you can stay healthy. You got to think the thoughts that are going to make you healthy, and, get rid of all the negativity that says, oh, I can't do this. It's not going to work. All this things that don't serve you and keep having thoughts that do serve you. Like, I'm making this happen. I'm going to become healthier and energetic. I'm going to live longer. I'm going to do all these things that I need to do. And you have to say that in the right words as well. And you got to feel it. You got to feel it in your heart that you're actually going to do this. And that's how you can create your new reality. I hope that makes sense to you. So it's all about believe, think, and feel. Change your story, change your life. Again, this is, this little equation I came up with here was my experiences plus my reaction equals my outcome. So this is about reducing stress. Again, we talked a little bit about stress already. So stress, that's part of the actual mental emotions. This is part of the mental emotional part of it, of the program, is you have to get control of your emotions, and whatever experience you have, it's just how you react to it is what's going to determine your outcome. It's all about perception. And everybody wants to be a powerful person, right? Well, the way to be a powerful person is just to be responsible. It's to take responsibility for everything in your life, and particularly for your health. That's what we're talking about. Don't forget, our medical system is, and our big pharma, they want to keep you sick because they're in the business to make money, and they want to keep selling you all these drugs that you really don't need. That's not to say that some drugs are helpful and save your life, and in some cases you need some medications, but mostly way sold by commercials and all these things that are just really zapping your life force and giving you a lot of side effects. So you have to you got to take responsibility for creating good health and everything else in your life. So it's so simple. Just commit to being responsible, and then that's power. See, if you're not responsible, if you blame the government or the economy or other people for things that aren't going well in your life, then you give up your power. You're a victim. But if you want to be powerful, just take responsibility for everything. Okay, so let's go through we've already gone through number one, to breathe more. So, to what you're thinking and believing. So next one is breathe. We have to get more oxygen in our body. Most pain and most fatigue in the body is a result of lack of oxygen. So you can't see, as we're just sitting here talking or just normally moving throughout the day, you're only opening up the top very part of your lungs, and you're just breathing real superficially. So what you want to do is learn some breathing techniques. Even the most basic one is what's called deep abdominal breathing. Just relax the stomach muscles down in your abdomen and breathe in through your nose all the way down in your stomach, and then fill up your lungs all the way up. And then as you blow the air out, you pull your abdominal muscles in and push all that old stale air out. And you breathe out real slow. So just a basic one would be breathe in maybe like 4 counts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, and then slowly breathe it out. 1, 2, 3, 5. And just do a whole set of those. Maybe do it 10 times. And try and remember, make a little sticky note and do that throughout your day. You got to breathe more. You got to get more oxygen in your body. That's the most important thing in our life, right? We can only live about 4 minutes without it. So doesn't it make sense that you should learn how to how to breathe better and how to get more oxygen in your body? And these days, there's no excuse for not learning anything. You just go on YouTube and Google breathing exercises for this and for that, or yoga breathing. It's easy to learn, how to breathe better and get more oxygen into your body. All right, that's number 2. Number 3 is you've got to stay hydrated. You got to make sure you're drinking enough purified water. Make sure it's purified water. And please, we got to get rid of these little plastic water bottles. They're really polluting the planet, polluting the ocean. And also, they're really dangerous because that thin little plastic, that water comes in the water bottles, if it gets heated up or it's in the sun, it can leak chemicals right into your water. So you're actually causing more harm than good. So make sure you drink out of a glass or a stainless steel container. and keep drinking. What I tell people is just don't allow yourself to get thirsty. Keep some water with you, and every so often, have some drinks. Have a drink, and that way, if you never get thirsty, you won't get dehydrated. Okay, next thing is eat. Now, nutrition, that's a whole at least weekend seminar. It's complex. There's so many different parts of it, but here's the main thing that I can help you with right this moment. My very first actually published hard copy book was called Real Food, Real Fast. It was how to make healthy fast food. And so what I came up with was, if you just make 90% of your diet real food, as you can see on the screen there, real food it doesn't come in a package or a box or a can or a container. It doesn't have a label. It doesn't need a label because Mother Nature already has created it perfectly. So make most of your food organic, fruits and vegetables, and some whole grains, and some nuts and seeds, and some healthy animal products that are raised naturally, like in the pasture, and no added hormones and all that sort of thing. So you got to eat just real food. It makes if you just do that, everybody would lose a lot of the excess weight, have a lot more energy, and look and feel much better, and a lot of the chronic illness would just go away. Now, one thing to know here, though, is that we're all metabolically unique. So what diet or food might be good for one person can almost kill another person. So I really highly recommend, especially if you're having some health problems, consult with a nutritionist, a naturopathic doctor, someplace that can give you the actual testing, so you can see what foods maybe are causing you a lot of problems and what foods will be better for you. And I also do that with my patients. I don't do any blood work, but I have some ways that we can test and see what foods might be best or not good for you as well. So basically, just got started eating real food. Eat more real food. That doesn't mean you can never eat some of the junk food or things you like, but you got to get the primarily healthy foods with lots of all the fiber and all the nutrients in it that your body requires. Okay. And then you got to eliminate the waste products. But ideally, you should have at least 2 to 3 bowel movements every day, but at least one good, healthy bowel movement. And this shouldn't be a problem if you're doing all these other 7 things. If you're breathing, you're drinking, you're eating, you're moving, you're getting enough rest, you're not stressed, you shouldn't have any problem with elimination. Move. Okay, I put move here instead of exercise. A lot of people seem to have they have a, I don't know. I can't think of the right word, but they don't like the E word, exercise. So it's just about moving your body. It's just about keeping moving. You may have heard the saying that sitting is the new smoking. We now know that just sitting too long at one time is just as bad as smoking for your body, maybe even worse. And at first we thought it was just because you get stiff, and bad posture, maybe bad for your eyes, looking at a screen all day. But really, there's a lot of medical issues. Your blood pools in your legs, it puts stress on your heart, all good different kind of things. So you just want to keep moving. So what I recommend is not to sit for more than about 30 to 60 minutes at most, and just get up. If you have to, put a little reminder, a little alarm, and just get up and move, even for 5 minutes. Walk, breathe, stretch, do some stretching. Just throughout your day, just got to keep moving more. Don't sit for a really long period of time. That'll go a really long way. But primarily for exercise, you really only have to, you can get yourself in good shape in like 15 to 20 minutes a day. As a matter of fact, if you go to fastfit17.com, I have a whole program there. It only costs $17, and I show you how to do a complete full body workout with no equipment, just using your own body weight for resistance. It's all on video and a PDF, and you can do these workouts in 15 to 20 minutes, 17 minutes, and you only need to do it 2 to 3 times a day, and it'll get you in pretty good enough shape. So it's not going to make you a bodybuilder, but it'll keep you strong and flexible, and so you'll be able to do whatever you need to do. Now, the other point as far as the exercises, you need to do some aerobic exercise every day. Go out and even if you just go for a walk for 20 minutes, or ride your bike, or swim, or dance, do something aerobically every day, and you can change it up. And the workout I told you about, for your muscle strengthening, you only need to do that 2 to 3 times a week, short bouts. And then you need to stretch, so you got to be flexible. So I recommend that you do a 15-minute stretching routine every day. You need to stretch every day. But it's so simple. What I recommend my clients is to, right before you go to bed, get out on the floor for 15 minutes and do these basic 8 stretches, which I also have a video show people how to do that. And not only will you keep yourself a good range of motion and good flexibility and mobility, but it helps you to relax and you'll sleep better as well. Take a little time off. Okay. We already talked about exercise excuses. Not enough time. It's not fun. I don't know what to do. Those are all bogus. So the real benefits of all this, of learning how not to be old and developing a wellness program for yourself, it improves your self-esteem, your self-image, your confidence, your energy, your health, your strength, flexibility, endurance, your body, how it looks, your sex appeal, and you have more fun. So that's actually the 8th thing to master, is to have more fun and enjoy your life and let go of all the stress. Well, I got ahead of myself again. There's one more we didn't get to talk about, was rest. Okay, so we call it rest, but because it's not just sleep. Ideally, we should be active and moving and doing a lot of things, maybe 12 hours of the day. And in the other 12 hours of the day, we should be more relaxing. We should get 7 to 8 hours of good quality sleep, and then we should have some downtime, a few hours where we're just relaxing and resting, doing something fun, doing something spiritually, enhancing our spiritual life, or just doing listening to music, playing music, just having nice conversations with friends. Take time out. Again, have some fun, do some fun things. Life's supposed to be fun, not just all struggle and rush all the time. So we're coming close to being almost out of time. And so, yeah, fun. Have more fun. Life's supposed to be enjoyed. If you ask me what would be the very best thing you could do to extend your life, I would say, let go of stress and struggle and enjoy your life and have more fun. I think that'll make you live longer than just about anything else. So it's all about here. The CAN strategy is choosing to take action now. So that's what I help you with as well. When you coach with me, I'll show you what things you can do to actually make sure it's going to happen. So that's really about it. We're right now. I have some gifts for you. If you go to my main website, agelesslivinglifestyle.com, you can take our free aging assessment to see how well you're aging. And if you don't like the results, you can book a free call with me. We'll put the link in the chat or in the thing here as well, but also in the when you go to my main website, agelesslivinglifestyle.com, you can see right there where you can book a call, and we'll just discuss what health and wellness and fitness and longevity challenges you're having, and I'll do my best to get you going on the right track and give you some quick and easy solutions. And then if you are interested in my coaching programs, I have a virtual coaching program. It's a 90-day program. You can find out about that. It's called Elite Coaching. You can check that out on my website. And if that's something of interest to you, again, we can book a call and we'll see how we can work together if you're a good fit for that program. All right. So I think there's maybe a few minutes left to go, but all I want to say is I hope you got some good information out of here, and I hope I got you inspired and motivated a little bit, and you see why that you never have to be old, and that you can live a much healthier, energetic, long life and be a lot more productive and make a bigger difference in the world. And that's really why it's all about. I think that's why we're all here. So thanks very much for listening. And I look forward to speaking with you in the near future. Thanks very much. Go out and make it happen. You can do it.
I'm Charisse Marie, and it's been a privilege to explore the vibrant world of holistic health and overall well-being with you today. We love hearing from our listeners, so don't hesitate to reach out and be part of our growing community focused on holistic living. Until next time, keep nurturing your mind, body, and soul. And remember, you have the power to create a life of total health and lasting happiness. Together, let's continue this journey towards holistic well-being. Take care, stay inspired, and as always, live fully.